All right, so this next one looks interesting to me because it has a very, very interesting actor, and that's cool. Excuse me. And that's all I really know about it. You're going to know why based on the title in just a second here. So let's check it out. We are watching the trailer for...
The Action Pack needs you. You can support Mike's After Action Reviews on our Patreon for as little as $3 a month. Every quarter, once we've made at least $200, we're going to be giving away 10% of our earnings from Patreon in a giveaway over on our Twitch, so go check that out as well. You can find all of the links for everything in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Do your part. Support the pack. The Action Pack.
Dang it, I did it. Yeah, this is what I was trying to avoid, is having the multiple cameras. Anyway, we're watching the trailer for Eric. Official trailer, Netflix. Just a second. So, coming out from Netflix, we're going to like the video. All right. 1.09 million views, 13,000 likes, 319 dislikes. And here's what it says. So Eric stars Benedict Cumberbatch, Gabby Hoffman, and McKinley Belcher III. This emotional crime drama follows the desperate search of a father when his 9-year-old son disappears one morning on the way to school, coming to Netflix on May 30th. A desperate father alongside a tenacious cop battles his own demons on the streets of 1980s New York as he searches for his missing 9-year-old son. All right, we're going to see if... Yeah, that's an interesting situation. We're going to see if this is a true story at the end, if it doesn't say it during the trailer. But I like Benedict Cumberbatch. I don't know these other people. Wait, Gabby Hoffman. Is that... Okay, I do know her. Is that any relation to... Dennis Hoffman? No. Nope. Okay, and then McKinley Belcher III. Okay, don't know him, but I do know Gabby Hoffman. It's interesting. I haven't seen her in anything in a long time. Yeah, I remember she was the kid in Uncle Buck. Or she was one of the kids in Uncle Buck. Yeah. Okay. Let's check it out, though. So we've got... So I love crime stuff. I love drama stuff. It's hard for me. I have an interesting relationship with my father. And so usually, like, father-son stuff is kind of difficult for me. It's kind of a sad thing for me. And so that'll be interesting to see. I'll tell you, I can't... If people hurting kids, I can't stand it. So this will be an if I watch it. I'll check it out for Benedict Cumberbatch. But let's see what we've got. So we've got a 2-minute and 30-second trailer. I hope that you're ready.
I love my awesome Support the Troops Stormtrooper mug. Do you know where you can get a mug just like this one, but different? Bottega Krua. Bottega Krua is an Italian born and raised artisan trained at the Academy of Fine Arts in Venice, Italy. Since 2010, Bottega Krua has offered unique handmade and hand-painted ceramics, pottery, and other artistic products. You can find these products at her Etsy store by following the link down below. She also takes custom orders, but they may take longer to ship because she has to make them after you order them. So, go check out Bottega Krua to get yourself an awesome mug just like this one, or the ones you've been seeing behind me as this ad has been going on. Remember, guys, supporting our partners is supporting the pack, the Action Pack.
Here we go.
48 hours since Edgar Anderson was last seen around 8 a.m. en route to school. We're urging anybody with information, however small, please come forward, pick up the phone, and help us bring Edgar home.
Letting him walk.
And this is the thing. And they're about to say it because he said letting him walk. This is the thing. People used to walk to school. You don't see kids walk to school anymore, even though it's safer. They say anyway, like kidnappings and things like that. Assaults on the street, especially of children, is way down. So it probably would be okay to let your kids walk to school, but I mean, I used to walk to school when I was a kid. I had a bike. I'd ride my bike to school. You don't do that anymore. Stuff like this is why. I'm not sure if it's considered safer and the crimes against kids and kidnappings and things like that is down because people don't let their kids walk to school, or if it's down and so, like, just down, irrelevant of that, and so people could let their kids walk to school. I'm not sure which one of those is true, but this is definitely one of the things that people look at and they go like, "Oh, I don't want you to get kidnapped or hurt," is stuff like this. But here we go.
Letting him walk to school? Is that a decision you regret?
Be brave, be different!
Tell your mom what you're working on, kid.
His name is...
I do want to say, actually, I wasn't going to say it, but I do want to say this right here. Letting your son walk to school, is that something that you regret? I mean, if he was kidnapped and murdered, or kidnapped and we couldn't find him, yeah, that would be something. I have a son. I have a daughter too. Yeah, whatever happened, whoever did this. I mean, I have a gun too, so I have no illusions that I would be able to go find this person necessarily. But if I was able to, if I found out who it was, or if I was out looking around and caught the guy who had my son, I don't know. You wouldn't need the police. You'd need an ambulance, and I'm serious about that. Anyway, about 2 minutes left. Here we go.
Be brave, be different!
Tell your mom what you're working on, kid.
His name is Eric.
Missing persons detective LeDroit. Mark up every door you've knocked on, every area you've searched.
Mr. Anderson, do you have any comments?
Press are crazy over this.
Do you even have a suspect?
We're ruling nothing out.
They're saying that if he was alive, that you would have found him by now.
I'd have to ask what kind of question is that? Oh, right. Yeah, like, do you regret... Oh, by the way, thanks for showing up, Matt. Great to have you here. Yeah, ask definitely, like, what kind of question is that? Oh, do you regret having your son walk home from school? Yes, because he's missing now. Thank you, jerk. Here we go. Yeah, moving forward.
Ruling nothing out.
They're saying that if he was alive, that you would have found him by now.
You have to trust me.
What are you doing with Edgar's drawings?
I'm working on a new puppet. If we can get him on the show, then Edgar will see him. He'll know how much we want him to come home.
You're going crazy.
So this guy, his son gets captured, or kidnapped, or taken, or murdered, or something. We don't know yet. And his son has a drawing of an imaginary friend or something, and he says, I'm going to make a puppet of my son, okay, because he's a puppeteer, apparently. And his wife says, you're going crazy. I don't think that's going crazy. I mean, even if it was just, I'm going to make this puppet, and it's a tribute to my son who died, was kidnapped and murdered, I don't think that's going crazy. I also want to say that this would be an extremely difficult situation because I think going through your mind, you would be like, I want to find my son, and I want him to be alive. I don't want him to die, okay? I want to find my son. Here's one hand, I want to find my son. On the other hand, if my son is alive and was taken by someone, do I want him to be whatever is happening to him by that person? Does that make sense? That's the conundrum you have. It's not that you want them to be dead. I'm not saying that, I want my son alive and find him, or do I want my son to have been murdered? It's just, and that's my point. That's why it's more nuanced than just being a binary question in your mind. But it's just like you don't want your son to be getting abused. Okay, we'll just keep it PG and say getting abused for a long time while you're searching for him. But obviously you don't want him dead either. So you have these two things that are kind of going back and forth in your mind. But okay, anyway, moving forward.
Edgar will see him. He'll know how much we want him to come home.
You're going crazy.
He's the monster that every child wants when they are lost and need to be found. This is Edgar's idea. I want to make it real. Gets kind of lonely in this city. It's so dark underground.
The real monsters, listen here, parents, the real monsters aren't under the bed. Oftentimes, most often, crime statistics and stuff say like people who kidnap and abuse, kidnap or abuse kids are people that they know. So most likely, the monsters are actually people that you call friends and family. So, yeah.
We're not alone, Eric.
The kid's been gone for over a week.
Don't give up on him.
Eric is going to help me find Edgar. Oh, Vincent.
Okay, so this looks like it's going to be something supernatural. This looks like, that this is the truth. That is the truth. Yes, exactly. This, and okay, so May 30th. This looks interesting. You can hear right here.
Vincent.
So I wonder if he is actually going a little bit crazy and he starts to see the puppet and interact with the puppet as if the puppet were real, or if there's like a supernatural thing where this puppet magically comes to life and actually does help him solve the case of where his son is. That'd be interesting. I'll tell you, when I was a kid, I had an imaginary friend, and my imaginary friend was not no friendly imaginary friend. When I was a kid, I had an imaginary friend that was actually a giant rabbit, okay, that wore... I'll show you, because I'll show you where it came from. I used to watch the Powerpuff Girls. Let me see. So... Or maybe the father killed the boy. I would hope that it's not that the father killed the boy. No, I don't think it could be because they said that he was actually walking to school. So right here, there's a thing there. So in the Powerpuff Girls, they show this imaginary friend episode. And they show this imaginary friend here like this, but there's another scene where they show the imaginary friend, because each of the girls contributes something to the imaginary friend, and this one is the tomboy of the group, and she says, oh, it should have these boots. But I can't find it, but basically... it shows that the rabbit is like it's like a humanoid rabbit like that, but instead of being like a normal humanoid rabbit like this, like a normal person, it was like a big, mean, muscly, almost like the Hulk. And so I was saying, yeah, Buttercup. Buttercup is the name of this one. This is Blossom. Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup. Okay, so I have an imaginary friend, and I called him Jack, and he was a rabbit. He was Jack the Rabbit. And he was the big muscly version of this. And he had a hammer. Because my favorite superhero was Thor. So he had a hammer and he would fight the bad guys. And that was really, yeah. So yeah, like my imaginary friends when I was a kid were like there's this movie Imaginary, and it was like, oh, if your imaginary friend came to life, and it was like my imaginary friend come to life, I don't have nothing to worry about because he's like a superhero rabbit man that'll just beat everybody up, or worse than beat them up. Anyway, this looks really interesting though. This reminds me of a couple of different things I've seen with, where people like have a puppet and they talk to the puppet, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was like with Braveheart. What's his name? What is this guy's name? Mel Gibson. There's a puppet like Mel Gibson puppet movie. Yeah, The Beaver. And then there was another one where another guy had a puppet and they talked to the puppet. Yeah, Sesame Street is good. Yeah, well, no, but I mean, this is an adult themed thing where Mel Gibson is like depressed all the time and he has this puppet and he goes a little bit crazy and the puppet starts to talk to him and he does all this stuff with the puppet. So here is a father who's a puppeteer, makes the puppet for his son, and it helps him cope with what's going on, and also maybe it helps him find his son. Interesting. Let's check out what. So I think it looks good, and you can find it on May 30th on Netflix. But let's check out what the comments have to say. So Vincent should hire that Sherlock Holmes guy. From what I've heard, he's really good at solving cases like this. Because Benedict Cumberbatch was Sherlock Holmes, so that's cool. I have no idea what I just watched, but somewhere between Benedict Cumberbatch and ABBA, this started to look brilliant to me. Let me see. Cumberbatch signed as soon as they said he could do a monster voice. Oh, I like that. Great to have Gabby Hoffman playing the mom. She's an excellent act. It said address, but I think she meant actress. Benedict's channeling his inner Smog. Can we say Chucky? Chucky, yeah, there we go. Excuse me. Channeling his inner Smog on playing Eric. The voice sounds familiar. Benedict has only been giving great and quality work, and I'm going to watch this. Yeah, love Gabby Hoffman. She was so cute in Uncle Buck. Great movie. Movie looks great. Yeah. Cool. Check that out. Yeah. So people look like they're excited about Benedict records his kills. What is this? Benedict Cumberbatch. And yeah, there you go. 1 second, I have to see.
Don't forget to check me out on Twitch and join the Discord where you can voice chat with me while I live stream and you won't be recorded or anything on YouTube and Twitch, so that's pretty cool. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. If you like to read, you can see my after action reports on my blog. And if you are interested, you can get some merch from my spring store. The links for everything are in the description below.